get your 200th episode bicentennial long tee this week. And I got to thank the designer, Alicia Cole, for a great design of the logo. Thank you, Alicia. Just in time for fall, it's at Castropolis.net. Look for the details. We don't take a lot of advertising money because we want to keep the message pure. We want to deliver it the way it should be delivered. So this is a fun way and a sporty way to support the podcast. And we just appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. 200 episodes. A lot of you have been here since the beginning. A lot of you have found us along the way, and we just appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Go to Castropolis.net and order your limited edition bicentennial shirt today. This is the G Podcast Daily.
Today is Tuesday, November 28th. It's Tune Up Tuesday, and this is the G Podcast Daily. 5 minutes of news and knowledge to get you through your day. Let's get it.
Start the clock.
And on this day,
in 1907, artist Charles ALSTON was born in Charlotte. In 1929, Motown founder Berry Gordy was born in Detroit. In 1961, Ernie Davis of Syracuse University became the first black to win the Heisman Trophy. And in 1981, Pam McALLISTer Johnson was named publisher of Gannett's Ithaca Journal, making her the first black to head a general circulation newspaper in the U.S.
Here's news from UNN with Alexander Caden.
This is UNN, Urban Network News, national news and information for and about people of color. I'm Alexander Caden. Washington, D.C. has named D.C. native Pamela Smith as its new police chief, making her D.C.'s first female chief. In Louisiana, a black candidate ran for parish sheriff and won by a single vote in an election where more than 43,000 people cast ballots. A panel of federal judges has struck down the main path for enforcing the Voting Rights Act's Section 2 protections for people of color, upholding a lower court ruling that says private individuals can't bring lawsuits under the law. The College Board has announced it'll begin offering an advanced placement African American studies course at 60 high schools across the U.S. The program gives high school students an opportunity to take college-level courses before graduation and currently covers 38 subjects. The course will cover over 400 years of African American history, literature, civil rights, politics, the arts, culture, and geography. A group of 16 men became the first incarcerated students to graduate with a bachelor's degree from Northwestern University in Illinois through the school's unique prison education program. The graduates are the first in the country to earn bachelor's degrees from a top 10 university while incarcerated. Support from black voters helped President Joe Biden secure the Democratic nomination and the presidency in 2020, but the latest NBC News poll shows Biden's support among black voters is falling. Biden's net approval rating among black voters has dropped nearly 20 points over the course of this year. As Chicago's brutal winter looms, city and state officials are scrambling to find shelter for more than 2,000 migrants now living at airports, police stations, and on the city's streets, plus long-term housing for thousands more already crammed into overcrowded shelters. For the first time in U.S. history, a general election presidential debate will be hosted at HBCU Virginia State University in Petersburg, Virginia on October 1st of next year. Here's some science news. The world's biggest iceberg, which is roughly 3 times the size of New York City, is on the move after being stuck to the ocean floor for 37 years. You've been listening to UNN. For more national news and information for and about people of color, visit our website at myunn.net.
Your G clip of the day.
Make sure you catch up on This is the G Podcast this week. A new episode returns this Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Listen to This is the G Podcast and subscribe. All links at Castropolis.net. It's Tune Up Tuesday.
The BJ Murphy Radio Show.
So there's a poll that says people's confidence in higher education has dropped.
Okay.
So a lot of people are not going to college like they used to, because I think that was the biggest racket and game that they played on the black middle class.
I mean, it's good to be educated, but it's just when black people graduate, they can't make a decent salary. And then you have all these student loans to pay back.
But Sean, this is my thing about college. I mean, if I say, what are you going to major in? I'm going to do this. And then you end up doing something that don't have nothing to do with what you went to school for, and now you owe all this money. You know, it's a racket. It's a racket, man. And
that's what I just kind of said. But it is good to be educated, BJ. It does kind of give you a world view.
It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money when you're not doing what you said you were going to school to study to become.
Yeah, but it also allows you to understand like social sciences and stuff like that. I mean, it's good to be educated, BJ.
I disagree. I'm against that whole system because our grandparents and some of our parents didn't go to college, and they did an excellent job in raising families. And I think that we came out more stupid than our parents did, thinking that we had education and we didn't know what to do with it. So most of these degrees, you could throw them in the garbage can because you're not using them to really build anything for yourself. You go out, they give you an education, they go work for people.
And BJ, that's true, but that has something more to do with the system than you being educated. They keep creating barriers to entry. Every time you get to the finish line, they put up a new barrier or a new hurdle for you to jump over.
And here we go. Let me back up a little bit more so I can get some more speed to jump over this hurdle. Because if I don't do it, I can't get a good job. I can't, come on, man. Aren't you the one telling people to go to school for AI? Yeah, I am. If you want to learn about it, look.
Okay.
You missed
so
my
what you're
point.
saying is a little hypocritical.
You missed my point. My point is, if I'm going to school to study AI, I expect to be doing AI 4 years later. I'm not talking about going to A&T, talking about I'm going to AI and then I'm the manager at Verizon.
The BJ Murphy Radio Show.
Thanks for stopping by. This is the G Podcast Daily. News and knowledge to help you get through your tune-up Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Enjoy your day.
You've been listening to This is the G Podcast. And This is the G Podcast is a production of the Castropolis Podcast Network. Thanks for listening.